Batman Annual Issue 5 finds Leslie Tompkins walking through Gotham streets at night, knowingly being followed by one of the many desperate and forlorn people of the city. Leslie heads down Crime Alley, where she remembers Bruce Wayne's story and his history with the alley, which is where he made his solemn oath over the bodies of his parents to spend his life warring against criminals. Soon the knife-wielding junkie who has been following her confronts Leslie, who agrees to hand over all her things as long as she can keep her office keys, but the junkie only wants cash. Soon a towering man confronts the junkie, telling him who Leslie is and how she runs the free clinic in the neighborhood, and she'll probably save the junkie's life one day. Leslie tells Big Henry to take it easy, but the man threatens the junkie, getting him to drop his knife and run away in fear. Leslie thanks Big Henry, although she doesn't think he should have threatened the man with violence. So the man says that he's been going to Leslie's anger management workshops at the clinic, so now he's only breaking bones instead of actually killing people. Big Henry says goodnight to the doctor as she arrives at her clinic, where Clown Hunter is waiting above. Inside, Leslie puts the kettle on, but hears a crash, finding Clown Hunter broke into the building via a window, and in doing so, he badly hurt himself on the glass. Bao apologizes for the blood as Leslie wants to know how she can help him. Bao tells the doctor that he wants to make sense of the world, as years ago, the young Bao plays his violent video games when his mother comes in, reminding her son she told him he had two options, either clean his room or help his father and her set up their restaurant. Bao knows that there is no rush to set up the restaurant since there was only 2 people in the restaurant the day before, upsetting his mother, who tells her son that his violent video games have some good ideas about spine ripping. She rips the controller from his hands, demanding he come and help in the real world. Bao goes down into the restaurant and begins cleaning tables, but soon Harley Quinn and her hyenas come in, wanting some of the family's food. More Joker goons arrive, and soon the Joker himself does as well, wanting a table for 2. Bao spies a nearby butcher's knife, but his father tells him to stop, telling him not to escalate things and they'll just serve them and they'll leave. The family quickly serve the villains, and after they've had their fill, Joker sends Harley out along with the others, calling for the check. Bao's parents tell the Joker that it will be on the house, and Joker is glad, wanting to give them a tip, telling them not to breathe as he unleashes the Joker toxin into the room, which gruesomely kills Bao's parents. Joker throws Bao some money, telling him parents only get in the way. Later on, the cops arrive and Jim Gordon asks the boy to come with him since someone wants to see him. Jim leads the boy back into the restaurant where Batman is waiting. Batman says that he's sorry, but all Bao wants to know is what he's going to do and how is he going to make sure that Joker doesn't hurt people anymore. Batman gives Bao one of his batarangs, saying that he's got a lot of tools for keeping the city safe, but his best tool is his allies in the form of the people of Gotham, promising Bao that he will do something about this. In the present, Bao has his arm stitched up by Leslie, wondering why the woman is helping him since he could be some creepy psycho killer. The doctor says that she's helping him because he is that, knowing all about the Clown Hunter of the Narrows. Bao thinks that he's now famous, but Leslie says that the Joker is as well, quieting the boy. She asks him why he came to her, but the boy says he doesn't really know why he did, knowing he finally found Harley Quinn, the person responsible for the Joker killing his parents, and he could have killed her, but after she talked to him, he didn't want to kill her. He knows this doesn't make sense since he knows Harley did a lot of bad things to people, and doesn't know who he is anymore or what to do. Leslie asks him his age, learning the boy is only 17, so Leslie thinks that he should do something a normal 17-year-old does, like play video games or go on a few dates. Bao says he already plays video games since they make sense to him, since you have an objective you need to complete, and if you complete it, you get a score for doing well. Leslie knows the world isn't like that though, and he just has to live with it, something he's not doing right now. Bao knows that if he doesn't do any of this, who is going to stop these people who took off their masks and went back to their lives? Leslie wonders if these clowns need to actually be stopped, and what if they had a change of heart? But Bao knows hearts don't change that much. The woman continues her psychoanalysis on the boy, asking if he thinks Harley's heart has changed. But Bao knows that Leslie is just a puppet for Batman and he wants the boy to believe in him again. Bao says he tried believing in Batman after the incident, and every time the Joker would do something to the city, he thought Batman would finally kill the villain, or find a way to lobotomize or paralyze him to stop the villain from constantly coming back. But nothing ever happened, and he believed a little less in Batman each time. Soon the Joker War begun, and it was unlike anything he had seen before, as the Narrows were completely overrun by clown mask wearing gangs thanks to the little cop presence in the neighborhood. The gangs ran wild, burning buildings and attacking random people, and there was no sign of Batman for days. Bao locks himself in his apartment and plays video games when suddenly a man bangs on the door, telling him that Mrs. Wynn has been lit on fire by one of the clowns and they need help. Bao races downstairs, finding the woman burnt to death. The sight of the woman angers Bao, who finds the culprit's clown mask nearby, remembering what the Joker did to his family as he crushes the mask, screaming out into the burning city. He storms back into his apartment, grabbing the Batarang from the wall that Batman gave him and angrily throwing it, knowing Batman lied to him about stopping Joker. The Batarang embeds itself in his baseball bat, giving the boy an idea. Bao begins to make his costume as later, a clown is trying to firebomb another local, but Clown Hunter smashes the Molotov out of his hand, telling the man that he was just hit with his bat, and it kills clowns that burns old ladies. Bao uses the bat to smash the Molotov onto the clown, burning him to death as other clowns arrive to help their friend. Clown Hunter gets to work, killing the men as he tells Leslie it felt good to do something and it all made sense to him, and others agreed as the Narrows cheered him on and helped make the clowns scared to come back into the Narrows. In the present, Bao asks if he's the bad guy since it all just makes sense to him, but if he let Harley go, he's just another clown and should be hunted as well. Leslie knows that having the world cheer for you is a powerful thing, but it doesn't make what the boy did right. Bao becomes wary of what the woman is trying to do, and she's well aware, since the boy is very smart for someone his age. Bao says he just wants a world to have rules and people who don't follow the rules should be punished. Leslie agrees with that much, wishing bad things didn't happen to good people, reminded of a boy who lost his parents and it took him down a dark, violent path, and she spent her life trying to convince him to give up the violence, since when it all comes down to it, they are just people out there for better or worse, and people who do worse things are often the people who are hurting in ways that aren't too obvious. She tells the boy that the violence he's doing does feel good in the moment, but it's not a lasting solution, since it only creates more violence. Because of this, Bao wonders if she would let the Joker live, and Leslie says that she would have, since she believes he's as human as the rest of them, and somewhere deep down, that humanity can be reached. The boy says that Batman uses violence, and Leslie thinks that he doesn't need to, since he could use his incredible mind in many other ways to make a difference in the city. The boy wonders why she still helps Batman then, since if the hero is still committing violence, then isn't he breaking the rules? Leslie says that there are no rules now, only right now and there is tomorrow. She says she's been Batman's friend for a very long time, and she stayed his friend since she believes that she can convince him to do the right thing tomorrow. Bao is frustrated since he doesn't know what the right thing to do is, since no one is doing nothing, and the world is worse off for it. Leslie understands, telling the boy that she runs an anger management workshop, wondering if the boy maybe wants to work with her on the course and help make a few people's lives a little bit better. The boy doesn't say anything, taking his leave when Leslie says that she's got some paperwork to do and the boy needs to let his stitches heal, hoping he will come to one of the workshops so they can talk more. Before he leaves though, Leslie asks to meet the man under the mask, so Bao removes his helmet, properly introducing himself to Leslie, who is finally happy to meet the young man. Batman Annual Issue 5 opened up Clown Hunter's story and gave us the origin of young Bao and a look at his reasoning for donning a mask to kill clowns. I thoroughly enjoyed how the whole issue was Bao really unknowingly going into a therapy session with Leslie Tompkins, a character who is always a pleasure to see more of. The idea as well that it's not Batman or Ghostmaker who will get to take the boy under their wings and teach him to become a new Robin or a new villain, but Leslie was quite interesting, and I like that Bao isn't just going to be another member of the Bat family or a new villain for Batman and Robin to fight. He's going to be something a little different. It also gives Leslie a chance to do what she never could with Bruce, which is turn the boy away from violence, something she continues to do with Batman but knows it's a bit too late for the man. As an epilogue for Tynion's first big act on Batman, this issue was a great character study on a completely new character, giving him some much needed development and backstory, and I'm looking forward to Clown Hunter's story continuing throughout the year. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.